all, and I thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Steve Darling, 5 minutes, please.
Thank you, Sir Desmond Swain, and I will not take all that time because I know that time is pressing. And I'd like to, first of all, congratulate the member for Stockton West for obtaining this extremely important debate, and it has been well debated so far this afternoon. The area I would like to particularly draw on is antisocial behaviour and that impact, and our communities feeling unsafe to go out into our town centres. I go back to the cuts, probably about 14 years ago, to the supporting people budgets, where we saw effectively 90% of that budget binned by that Conservative council at that time. And that was supporting people who have drug and alcohol issues, as well as many people who were vulnerable and needed support. The last count in Torbay was that there were 40 people sleeping rough and homeless across the bay. And that is absolutely shocking. It's more than doubled. And sadly, people sleeping rough make people feel unsafe and therefore not willing to go in our town centre. So we do need more funding for supporting people, but we do need the stick of more bobbies on the beat, more uniformed officers that can be seen there to support our communities. Going to the main meat here, though, we have seen the steady decline of our town centres over decades. Out of town and now online shopping have had a devastating effect on our town centres, and we need to make sure that local authorities have the ability to play shape, whether that is having the influence over stopping immediate transfer from retail to residential, or whether it is enhancing and speeding up the abilities of compulsory purchase orders. I'm only too alive to one in my constituency of Torbay, where it straddled the Ukraine war that meant that we saw a massive boost in the cost of the redevelopment of Paynton Town Centre, and now that particular location is just a car park. We have that uncertainty, and if we want to drive that imagination for our communities, we need that certainty. So please, can we look at streamlining those compulsory purchase orders? Finally, colleagues have mentioned about the massive impact on the national insurance hikes and how, whilst this is still slightly over the horizon, it is having a cold hand on the heart of our town centres and chilling them. And I fear that whilst the Conservatives may have almost nailed down the coffin lid on our town centres, the Labour Party will actually put the last nail in on Nick's.
Greg Smith.
Thank you.